Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Victoria and today we're talking about our chakras and which ones are blocked and how can you unblock it? How did it get blocked in the first place and how can you unblock it and help yourself be more in balance with your own energetic body? So yes, very quick and easy explanation. We have 4 groups for today. We're picking just with the whole piles so that you guys can really feel into the energy of the piles. We have group number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yeah, just take a moment to really feel into them and see which one is drawing you in the most. There could be several that you feel called to watch. There could be only one or like half of a one. But see what resonates with you and what is for you. And yeah, I wish you luck and I'm sending you lots of love. Now I'll give you time and I'll see you in your part of the video. Hello, group number 1. I have this tiger's eye here for you. That means that your block chakra is the root chakra. And because we are using the tiger's eye specifically, I'm inclined to think that part of the reason why your root is really blocked is because of fears, like overwhelming fears that are kind of the fears come from the block chakra, but it's kind of going on at the same time. Because you allow yourself to succumb to the fears, you block yourself. And you block yourself from producing things. So you, I feel like, are a big dreamer and you have so many ideas, passions, talents, but you do not allow yourself to move on towards them. I kind of feel like you're scared and you're biding your time or you're thinking, well, that might not go well. And I don't know if it will take me anywhere. So maybe it's better if I just don't do it or I do something else. It really feels like you're not really acting on these passions fully. And it's more like you're not acting with working together with the heart, because we have I didn't even say the cards. We have the reversed Knight of Cups, we have the World, the reversed Tower, and the upright Knight of Wands. So having a knight and both knights at the beginning and the ending is really interesting. And one of them being reversed leads me to believe that you're kind of denying your heart's wishes, your deepest love and desires. You're denying them, but because of that, you're going towards a place where you kind of have nothing but ruin. There's nothing but ruin there. And you keep getting yourself in crazy situations because all of this energy that's built up. So there's constantly energy, even if your root is blocked, especially then, a lot of energy is being stored there at the time of it being blocked. So it's storing and storing and storing. And because it can't break free from the root chakra and go into the sacral and all the others, because of that, you can get into these bursts of anger, aggression, yelling, or depression, crying, breakdowns. You might feel like you've had a moment where you've completely gone off the rails and changed everything about yourself and everything about your life. And that was a natural part of your life that was supposed to happen, those changes most likely, but it's the way that they came. They didn't need to come in this specific way, but they came in this way because your root is blocked. And I feel like your root has been blocked for a long time. And again, it's because you're afraid of actually building and creating and working on these things that you're passionate and that you love. These things that you are like, you really want to create. Part of you shuns them. Part of you might feel like they're not worth creating. Or for some of you, something that might have happened is an ending of something, a very hard ending. It could be between you and someone you loved a lot, someone you pursued, someone who broke your heart, an ending that came and really made you feel like, well, I don't think it will ever work out then. So you can never create a happy family because it didn't work out with me or with my own family. So I don't believe in happy families. Or the same with passions and what you love doing, like being creative. A lot of people push down their creativity and just stay the same as the herd. But when you push that down, you push it down because you feel like you'll be ostracized, because you might feel like everything will just burn down like this tower. So it's all these fears that are making you break down internally. And by your root, the base chakra, being blocked, it's not allowing any energy to flow anywhere. And it just feels like it's really putting you out of balance. Again, that's why you might have some particular moments sometimes of great emotions, like a lot of emotions, and they just burst out and you just don't know what to do. It's because of this, so you need to work on this. So let's see how you can unblock this. What can we do? How can I, assist you in finding out how you can do this for yourself? We have Bridget here. With inner strength, move back to wholeness and recognize that you have the power. So that's a very big part, I feel like, of the root. Recognizing that you're here and you're powerful. You're a creation. Think about that. You were created. At one point, I guess, you were like this small little cell that grew into this big human. You're a creation of nature, of beauty, of God. So recognize that you yourself can create whatever you desire as well. And there don't need to be fears there, because there's so much in you. There's just so much potential. Again, like creativity, passion, and there's just a lot, and you're not allowing yourself to really fully shine. But you need to start understanding how powerful you really can be. Not even with, let's say, your mind or psychic abilities, but also as a person, as a human. How much you can make change with even one little action. One little word can change one person's whole day. You can say one mean word to someone, and then their whole day will be ruined. You can say one nice word to someone, and maybe they'll have an amazing day thanks to you. So if you can be so powerful to just use one word on a person and affect their day, then what else can you do? Think about that. So much. There's so much you can do. So understand that and start looking at what you love, your passions. Those are your strengths. It doesn't matter if you're good at it or not. If you have a passion for knitting but you're awful, you can always practice and get better. And it doesn't matter if you're the best in the world. What matters is that you're enjoying it. You're making it out of love. And then whoever is going to wear it or use it, they're going to feel that love as well. So, yeah, it's a lot about that. We also have Buddha here, increased awareness, deep connection, and trust your inner voice. Some of the issues here might be that you guys might be very connected and connected with, I guess, the universe, the stars, your higher self, and the spirit world. And that might bring you out of balance as well when it comes to how grounded you are and how blocked your root is. So trust that this connection is real, because what can happen here is that even though you're so connected and you get so much information, let's say, or whatever you get, everyone gets different things, I guess. Some people get information, others get visions, others get feelings, whatever you receive. That you might be questioning it a little bit, because you're obviously questioning yourself. Trust that is real, that it is true, that you're really being led to the right place. All of these things that you feel inside, all of this love and passion towards particular things, there's a reason you're passionate for them. And even if you don't see like a product of if you're trying to work on something, I can't find the right words. Well, if you're trying to create something but it's just not working out, don't give up if you feel like this is the right thing to do. Maybe this is just not the right time for it to exactly come out. But trust in yourself, trust in your guidance, because there is a reason your root is so out of balance. It's because you really are very connected. You're constantly channeling and receiving things. So trust that. Trust in yourself. And I guess your power. Lineage of the Rose, moved by the goddess, here for the soul call, gather. This is a really beautiful card. It really feels like, I said it at the beginning, but these changes that happen to you and are going to happen to you, they are normal. They're supposed to happen in this life. And I just realized some of you might be scared of change. Which I laughed, but it's no laughing matter. Change can be very scary. But you came here prepared for this. You came here to do this. This that you're doing right now, and this that you'll be doing in the future. You came here to live this life, to experience it. So trust this calling, this inner calling, and allow yourself to move forward. I feel like how you best unblock this chakra is by trusting and moving forward without fear, not allowing the fears to put you down, because again, as I said, the fears are what is really truly blocking you. And it's again so weird because the fears came from a block, but they just kind of keep going together. We also have Sirius energy here, messenger bringing harmony and balance. Maybe this is part of what you came here to do, to bring balance, to bring harmony to this world. And of course, if you're here to bring balance, at some point, you're gonna have some crazy days, some crazy emotional days. Some days might be amazing, absolutely the best days in the world. Some days are awful, truly awful. But that's why you're here, to bring a balance and harmony there, so that things aren't so crazy up and down. You're here because you know exactly how to bring everything together, bring everything into a balance. You know exactly how to get over the fears as well. Because, of course, fear and courage, they're also always in a balance game. If your fear is too high, then try to somehow balance it out so that, or technically maybe too low, let's say. Try to balance it out so that your courage can go up. If if it's easier for you, try to think of it as like your mission. Like, okay, it's part of my mission to balance myself and to learn how to have courage. How can I really do that? And try to do little things that maybe you were scared of doing, getting a bit out of your comfort zone. What could help is also imagining these things that you're scared of. What would happen? What happens if you come across this thing that you're super scared of, or if you do this thing? Try to keep imagining it, and then you'll kind of get used to the idea. Even if you think something awful will happen, you'll kind of stop being so scared of this thing that you deem awful. So that the point here is to not be scared of it anymore. Not to create something negative, I guess. Which is, again, also, it's a balancing act, isn't it? We have portal here. Doors are opening. You decide rewards wildcard. That is really interesting. Kind of feels like you're at a point where you really decide where you're gonna go from here. You're being called to a particular place to meet particular people, to do particular things, but you can always choose not to. You can always choose to stay in fear and to stay where you're at right now. I'm not saying that's a great choice, but I'm not saying it's an awful one. It's your choice. Know, though, that I really feel like courage is showing courage. It's really the hero's journey for you. Walking through the door, even though you don't know what is on the other side. Showing courage and stepping into it, stepping into the light or the darkness, wherever you're being led. Really interesting. And we also have the Cosmic Ruby, which is perfect to come out here. Again, ruby, we have the red color, which is usually associated with the root chakra. And usually I do associate this card very much with a sign that it is time to be a bit more grounded. Be a peace ambassador, practice cosmic mastery. But again, for you, the problem is not so much that there's a huge lack of connection with the planet and with the earth, which can come sometimes from blocked root. Even if you are disconnected from the planet, that's how I guess it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be, at least at the moment, ultra connected. The problem here again is the balancing and bringing peace to things. There is a very much big lack of peace within you right now with this reversed tower. It's probably one of the worst cards that can come out. Just inner craziness and emotions all over the place. Who knows? Some of you might have been called bipolar or diagnosed with some kind of mental illness by someone if you ever went to a psychologist or psychiatrist. But your big problem is that you're scared. That's it. You're scared and you're allowing the fears to consume you. And you're allowing the fears to block you and put you down. The moment that you start showing courage, that you stop caring about things so much. I feel like you guys just care too much. You need to trust and know that you are powerful. Know that you can accomplish all these things that maybe you're receiving. You're being told, hey, you're gonna be doing this in the future. Get ready for it. And you're like, what? How? I can't imagine that. Oh, what? That must be a lie. I'm just gonna stay home and do nothing. So yeah, let's see the last cards I have here for you. We have the 7 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Ooh, very interesting. So all this passion that you have here with this Knight of Wands, again, it has been coming out in rather eruptive way. I don't know if that's the best way to call it, but not in the best way. But if you use this passion and this energy and this driving force properly, so that you can actually tackle the problems at hand, you will very easily, very quickly start to grow and start to develop this new version of yourself, new version of your mind and the way that you think. You will be so much more confident. Look at this Page of Swords, how confident he is. He's standing there and thinking, yes, I got this, I can do it, I have my sword in hand, and I can do it. I can do it. And you can do it, group number 1. Again, very quickly. You can get through this very quickly. You just need to tackle all of these fears. And unfortunately, it's probably best to do it alone. It will be the easiest for you as well. You just need to make time and focus on that. And you'll see big results, quick results too. But yeah, group number 1, I hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Did you resonate with any of it or none of it at all? I'm curious to know. Anyway, if you're interested in the personal reading, details of how you can contact me are down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And I wish you a very, very amazing night or day or whatever it is there. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Your guys' block chakra is the throat chakra. And when I was tuning into it, I felt at the start like there was something with the heart related to your heart, but then it clearly showed the throat. So I feel like what may have happened with you is that the heart was hurt a lot. But then the throat is the one that got affected the most. And the cards that we got here are very interesting too. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords. Yeah, we see it. We see him stealing. The 5 of Cups and the Page of Wands. It is very interesting because I can clearly see that this block was created by a very possibly traumatic event or events in your life that involved lies and betrayal. But part of me feels a bit torn, like I'm not sure if someone did this to you or you did this to someone else. So there might be some people here who are watching this group who got this done to them. But some of you need to be honest with yourselves and understand that maybe you did something like this to someone. Let's talk about it like this was done to you. But everyone who feels like, oh, maybe I did something to someone, then, you can kind of change my words into that. But it's the same meaning. Just you as the perpetrator, I guess. So I really feel like there's obviously something here with very hard work with the 8 of Pentacles. Either this was something from work, someone from work, something related to work, someone you worked with, someone who you trusted a lot. I can feel that you trusted this person so much and you never expected them to do this to you. You never expected this betrayal or these lies, and you were clearly caught off guard completely. Your whole world broke down because you felt like this person was so close to you, or this thing was so good for you, but then it wasn't. You realized that you had been, I guess, living a bit in an illusion or delusion. And it really kind of made you into someone who, doesn't care that much about what they say the energy that I'm feeling is like just doing things and not thinking hard enough, not speaking before doing something, just being rash with things because you were hurt before. So, why not do the same thing to someone else? Or why do you need to tell other people about your project, for example, if in the past others stole from your project or somehow betrayed you? So this is really affected your throat chakra clearly. This very traumatic moment, or again, this can be several times that it happened. For some people, it happens several times in their lives where they're betrayed, they're lied to over and over, constantly. But yeah, that really led to your throat being extremely blocked. So you might feel like you can never tell anyone the full truth about yourself. You can never fully open up to others because if you do, they might betray you. If you do, they might say something behind your back or tell someone they're not supposed to. You don't trust people and you don't trust them enough to tell them anything. That can hinder your communication with people who are supposed to be close to you as well. People who aren't close to you at all. Communication issues. Again, that feeling of not thinking too much before doing things and not telling someone before you do something when you probably should have. Well, anyway, let's check out how you can unblock this throat chakra. One thing that I'm being told is that sound therapy, sound healing, and you using your own voice and trying to tone will help ease that block. Will naturally, just by toning, like with sounds that you feel like making, like or ooh, whatever comes to you, just by doing that, you're kind of loosening things there. And even if it doesn't fully unblock it, it will help it tremendously. Anyway, we have held here, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, and community. That is an interesting card to come through, since the problem here is that you might not feel like you want to be fully honest with people, that you might not feel like you want people's support because people let you down in the past. Someone let you down somehow. So you're not sure if you can open up again. And this can even be something I'm being shown is like a little child and their mom. Just telling your mom something and then her telling everyone else about it, even though you said you want her to keep it secret. Like, oh, I like this girl from school, Mom, and then she tells everyone and they talk about it during dinner and you're like embarrassed and stuff. That kind of feeling. So it can be something that was in the distant past, from childhood, from the early days, and that in itself, especially coming from a mother figure that usually should nurture you, usually should hold you, help you, and always support you, that mother figure betraying you in this way made you feel like you can never open up truly, you can never fully trust anyone. And especially, most likely, people that are, well, of the feminine gender, because it is that person that betrayed you. The same if it was a male, then you wouldn't trust any males anymore. It is just how it is. And now it is time to start confiding in people that in your heart love you and will not betray you. It's time to allow them to really help you and to start opening up and sharing things. It's interesting because in group number 1, we talked about fear. Here, there's also a fear of opening up, a fear of getting close. But it's time to get through this fear, because all it's doing is holding you back from becoming a better version of you, from meeting better people, from being a good friend, good husband or wife, good parent, good teacher, good whatever you are. Communication is very important. Our throat is very important. If it wasn't for my throat, I wouldn't be speaking right now. You wouldn't be hearing this message. So it's important. We also have deep cellular healing here. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Yeah, that emotional healing. Like I said at the start, it was the heart that was hurting the most. And that heart led to the throat blocking. And the heart may have started unblocking, but the throat is unable to do that. So trying to work, especially with the emotions, with whatever happened, going back, maybe having to relive some of these moments, not in the worst kind of way, but looking back, seeing how you felt, trying to heal that inner child or inner you, however old you were when this happened to you. And trying to move past this, because it is truly like a chain that is that has locked your throat and will not let go. We also have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites and extremes of life. Part of it is that you need to realize that these things do happen. They happen for a reason. I mean, sometimes, yeah, not the best reason, but sometimes they happen because maybe we did something that wasn't so great. Or they happen because of some kind of past life karma. Or they happen because of the choices that we made. Whatever the case, life is a series of ups and downs, series of positive, negative. It's a wave. It is never stagnant. It is always in a wave. So you're always going to experience the good times with people, the bad times with people. You're always going to love someone, but also have those moments where you're so annoyed with them. And even if you hate someone out there, you can still find something in them that you like, that you admire, or that you sympathize with them about. So again, extremes, and knowing that they are just a natural part of life. Not shunning them in a way, trying to stay away from them. Like, oh, I just want to have good friends. Or I just want to have friends who are always good to me. Or I want to only have good days. I don't want any bad days. Impossible. Just like with only good friends. Someone is gonna annoy you at some point. Someone is gonna do something at some point. It is how you deal with it together after that really shows if that is someone that you should keep or someone that you should move away from. We also have Gaia here, the Earth Connection card. And again, interesting that we have here the colors, the green and then the overwhelming blue. So the green with the heart and the blue with the throat. Be mindful of the planet and come back to Earth to stay grounded. You, clearly this is not the root chakra reading, but it is still important to stay grounded. Because like I said, if we have ideals, like I want every day to be perfect, I want every person around me to be perfect, that is us being in the clouds and not accepting reality and how life on Earth actually works. Ground yourself, see that when you connect with the trees, every tree is different. Some trees grow in some ways, others in another. Some trees get in the way of other trees to grow. Some trees get sick, others don't. Just like humans, they're all different. But I guess they're not fighting. They kind of accept each other and they live together. Without arguing, without fighting, understanding that. I think it's the connection. Once you connect with the earth, you'll connect with everyone around you, and you'll see you'll feel that you don't hold grudges anymore, and that things just feel much more different. Again, taking it as each of us is a tree. If I am a tree right now, that means with my roots I can connect with all the other trees, because trees are like a network. So we are a network, and you can connect with every single other person. In that way, you can do a little bit of an analysis on them, like, is this person going to be, have an option to betray me? Sometimes the percentage of someone betraying you could be higher or lower, but I think there's always going to be at least 1%, because we always have choices to go a particular way or not, and we'll always feel betrayed at some point. Again, it's about how we deal with it after, not about the moment itself, the pain itself. Though, yeah, it sucks. We also have hope here. Love and acceptance. Very important for you to love and accept. Love and accept others. Love and accept yourself. For those that might feel like, someone did do this to me, I was betrayed, but you know what? I think I have betrayed people too. Because truly, if someone betrays us, why are they doing it? A lot of times it might be because we may have done something too. Not every time, of course, but sometimes that can be the case. Maybe we hurt them, maybe someone else hurt them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It matters what we give each other. Do we give each other love, or do we give each other arguments, hate? Or do we just shut down and not communicate our true feelings clearly to anyone because we're too scared? Open yourself, because that initial block, happened because you weren't fully confident, loving, and accepting of yourself. That's why you were scared of confiding in that person potentially. That's why you're scared right now. You're not fully accepting yourself. If you did, you wouldn't really have anything to hide. What do you have to hide? Again, we're a network of trees. If we can really start connecting, then no one will have secrets. So knowing that kind of releases you and frees you. Like, just be who you are. Be who you want to be. Who cares? We have be a beacon here. Be an inspiration. Light the way for others. That is a really beautiful card to come through right now, because I really feel like you didn't go through this silently. Other people knew about this. Other people saw this. And you yourself, if you share your story of whatever happened, others can benefit from it too. Imagine going through a crazy situation, an awful situation. This is like movie kind of stuff, book kind of stuff. Imagine going through a crazy situation and then getting through it, still being successful, still loving yourself, loving everyone around you, and then sharing your story with everyone so that you can encourage them to not fall prey to the same people and things that you fell prey to, and to have confidence and love for themselves, to know that they can still get through it even if all of these bad things happen to them. No matter what, you can still get through it. They can still get through it. It really is like an inspiring person. If you can think of someone like who's very inspiring, who went from nothing to everything. That kind of story. And that can be you. if you allow yourself to be that. And again, sharing your story. Unblock this chakra so you can share. And how you unblock it is by starting to share, starting to open up. Let's see the last cards we have here. We have the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the Moon. Surround yourself with the people who love you. Surround yourself with people who appreciate you. Surround yourself with it might not be your blood-related family, but it might be your found family. There are people around you who care, truly love you. And maybe there are more people you'll find like that. But you need to allow for them to love you and care for you. And how you'll do that is by communicating as well. Communicating your feelings, communicating what happened. And again, we have the 6 of Wands here, that same kind of inspirational figure. The figure that everyone is so proud of. Everyone is like, wow, how amazing. This person really made it. They really got through it. They really did it. You are an inspiration, and you will be an even bigger inspiration to people. So be confident and share your story, whatever your story is. And we also have the Moon. With the Moon here, it really has a feeling of releasing the old illusions to go into the light. There's something here about it being lit up. It's the full moon, not the new moon. It's fully lit up and reflecting the light, shining. When we can see each other, it is because we're reflecting light. And in a way, we're kind of shining, I guess. Otherwise, when it's dark, we don't see each other because we're not reflecting any light, just like the moon. So allow yourself to reflect this light and shine to others. So you can find these others as well that are similar to you, that have gone through similar things, that appreciate, that love you. Whew, group number 2. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Did it resonate? Did it not? I'm curious. Anyway, if you're interested in the personal reading, details of how you can contact me are down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope I see you in my next video. Bye! Hello, lucky group number 3, or lucky, unlucky, depends how you guys take it. But I have 2 stones here for you. And that means that there are 2 chakras that are blocked for you. We have the solar plexus and the sacral blocked together. Together, you know, they're one next to each other. So it makes sense. I guess they would be here. No, this guy's too small. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally. Let's talk about the cards and why these 2 got blocked. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the Death, the Sun, and the reversed Hanged Man, who is so interesting, isn't he? That it's like almost like he's standing or doing a yoga pose, I guess. But maybe he is also interested. Maybe I said that for a reason. But we'll get to that later. Let's talk about the beginning here. So it seems like these 2 are very much related to your own sense of happiness, your own sense of self, your own sense of pleasure. And it kind of feels like you've grown up with certain beliefs that, I don't know, for example, the very easy one to bring up is like, oh, women should not, experience pleasure. Not that that's a belief held much nowadays, but back in the day. But it's still passed down in our genes, so we still kind of feel it. And I feel like you guys are really feeling these ancestral blocks These must be blocks coming from your ancestors, actually. And that is very sad, because that means that your whole, maybe not your whole, but most of the people in your family tree have had these two blocked or have them their whole lives. And in a way, they're not allowing them to experience true happiness, true joy, true pleasure. And they're keeping them in a certain position where they're interested, but they will not act on it. So you're interested in something, but you will not dare act on it because it might be a sin, or people might distrust you, people might think something bad of you, or you just feel like it's not a good idea, but you're still interested in it, intrigued by it. And it also seems like looking at the world with a very particular perspective. And this perspective that has been passed down onto you is really skewed, because he's upside down, but at least when he was upright, he was seeing the world at a different angle. Here, he thinks he's upright, but he's not. Or the opposite. He's not upright, but he thinks he's reversed. They both kind of have the same effect. So it's a very interesting situation, but it really does feel like this is definitely something most likely passed down from ancestors, and definitely something that you also grew into. It grew with you. It feels like these blocks kind of grew with you. Imagine having like a room, and then you put certain things, or you put certain things around it and also inside it, and then as you grow, the room changes a little bit, but these things are forced to stay there. So they're always there. These beliefs, these blocks are always staying there. And they're bringing, it's like raining on your parade, bringing sadness to your joy. Every time you might feel a little bit of joy, it comes back and it hits you like, no, you're not actually happy. This is wrong, and you're doing this badly, and you shouldn't be doing this. That kind of feeling like you're sinning, even though you're not, even though you love what you're doing. And it's greatly wounding you. I see the sacral and obviously the solar plexus are blocked, but the others must not be doing so well either. And again, your sense of self itself is skewed and distorted, and it is not allowing you to push through life in a positive way. Let's check out now how you can unblock this. Let me try to help you, I guess. We have Odin here with Psychic Insight. Your third eye is open. See the truth for what it is and follow your intuition. So you're seeing this video for a reason. You clicked on it for a reason. You picked this group for a reason. You probably saw that 2 chakras were blocked and you're thinking, oh my God, really? Why me? But now is the time when your eyes are really being opened. I feel like you kind of knew that this was there, but you were kind of ignoring it and allowing yourself to go on without working on it. But now is the time to really open your eyes to all of this and to really start working on this, clearing this. And you will be shown the right way to work with it as well. You'll be shown the right way to properly clear these blocks. It's not going to be instantaneous, group number 3. It will take a while because these are very deep-rooted blocks. They've been growing for generations, so they're really sticking to you hard, but that doesn't mean that you can't get through it. That doesn't mean that you can't, put them into balance. Just trust your intuition and follow that guidance. We also have Green Tara. supreme protection. You're protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations and trust. So there's a lot about trusting. I really feel like there's someone here working with you that wants to tell you that it could be someone from your family, maybe a passed on loved one, that wants to tell you it's okay. I'm here with you. I'm protecting you, and I will guide you and help you get through this. Because once you remove these blocks from yourself in your own energetic body, you'll remove it, and you'll help remove it from everyone else, from your family, past, present, future. So your job is very important. There's a reason that you're incarnated into a family with issues like these, and now is your time to really deal with it. And know that you are being protected, and whatever happens, it is what is supposed to happen. We also have the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late, and new possibilities. So you might feel like, well, I have to work on this now. I guess I had this idea, but I don't really want to do that. I'm not fully comfortable with doing that and clearing it in this way. If you feel like that, then know that a new idea will come to you, a new possibility, a new way to deal with it will come to you. But for some of you, you might feel like, I tried already and it didn't work. I tried and I thought I did it, but I guess I didn't. Now is, again, another time. Tomorrow is a new day, as they say. And now is a new day too. So you can try again. And it doesn't mean that you didn't succeed in the past. It just means that, like I said, this is so deep-rooted that it's so hard to unroot. So don't worry about it and just try to work on it. No shame. We also have cocoon of white light, rest in perfect love and understand oneness. It really feels like you need a lot of time, just like this, in a cocoon of love, where you can just rest and feel unconditional love, where you can really just relax, and it's like starting to sweat away all of the toxins, like when you have a fever, when you're going to the sauna, sweating all of that away because you're in your little cocoon. Some of you might literally start sweating more, but it's a metaphor for a lot of yeah, it really feels like this experience will really truly connect the dots for you as well, about your family and about how, yeah, it's true, everyone was dealing with these blocks in some form of way. Even the men, the women, they all dealt with it in different ways. They all experienced it in a different way, but it doesn't mean they didn't have it. And it kind of makes you feel more connected and feel like, I see it now. I see it. We also have Cosmic Pearl. Oh, we're talking a lot about psychic abilities here in your reading. So I really feel like this Hanged Man is, since he came out reversed, he's really going to be reversing himself to the upright position soon. Because to me, he's such a symbol of like seeing things in another perspective and a new perspective, where imagine starting to see people's auras. That's a whole new perspective of the world. Or starting to see like the other dimensions, a whole new perspective. So psychic abilities are very important. Your gifts are very important, and they will help you clear your own blocks. So whatever your gifts are, if you don't know, I have a video actually that you can find out. I'll try to link it here. But if you know what your abilities are, use them. And if you want help from someone else, you can always try to go to a healer to help assist you with all of this. You don't have to do it on your own, but know that you are protected and that your ancestors are with you and they want to help you. It's like they're cheering you on. Like, Come on, you got this. Mm. Let's see. Oh, actually, these are the last cards I have for you. I feel like your reading went by so quickly, but the information was just so concise, I guess. We have the Nine of Swords, the Devil, and the Eight of Pentacles, but reversed. It seems like part of the way to clear this is to kind of let go. Let go of all of the things holding you back. Holding you back, holding your family back, all of the fears, all of the insecurities. For you, it's not so much fears, it's insecurity, it's stress, it's pressure built up. Pressure that has built up there, and sadness. All of those years from all of those people suffering in some kind of way. All of that building up. You can start to slowly release, release, release. Balance, balance, balance. And don't be scared of the darkness. Because the darkness, if it wasn't there, the light wouldn't exist. Just like the light, if the darkness wasn't there, the light wouldn't exist. And if the light wasn't there, the darkness wouldn't exist. Why did that take me so long? Who knows? But yes, going into the cocoon of white light will actually help you see more darkness. Once you see what has happened to some of those ancestors, once you start trying to clear it and coming to terms with it and healing it, that is the way, but don't be scared of it. Don't shun it, don't hate it. Just give it love and heal it. But again, prepare for that. The more you call in light, the more the darkness will, I guess, shine more. Or, for lack of a better word, shine more. Even though it's not really shining, it's doing the opposite, showing its, let's say, ugly head. And with the Eight of Pentacles, again, a lot of inner work. Inner work, inner work, inner work. It's just a lot of inner work and a lot of practice. Practicing, again, also with your psychic abilities. Practicing to use them. Maybe you have some kind of healing abilities, some kind of abilities that can help with this. So using that, practicing, and you never know. Someday you might be the one to help others do the same thing and get through the same thing as you. Yeah, group number 3, I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments if it resonated, what you thought about it. If you're interested in a personal reading, details of how you can contact me are down below in the description. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. Bye! Hello, group number 4. Your guys' block chakra is the crown. That is really interesting, group number 4. The cards we have here are the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Page of Cups. I was gonna call him the King of Cups for some reason. Anyway, let's talk about this. So, with this arrangement here, it kind of feels like the blocking of your crown. I mean, I don't know why, but I feel like saying it's not really your fault, group number 4. I feel like it's just happening because this is just your natural growth into spirituality. There's something that you've been very involved in physically. You're very physically inclined? No, that's not the right expression. Very much stuck and sucked into the 3D world. And maybe you were dealing with some karma things and some things that you just had to do in the physical, so you couldn't really move forward and start working on your spiritual self. Even though we also have this Page of Pentacles. So it doesn't seem like your physical life manifested the way you wanted it to. The physical didn't grow as much as you wanted it to. And most likely that happened because your crown was blocked. But there's just really this feeling of it's not your fault, it just happened. It's not your fault, it just happened. Maybe it was something to do with like playing things out, like let's say karma. But it just happened. And it's just a sign. You kind of realizing it now is a sign that you'll grow more now, that you'll grow spiritually more. And as you grow spiritually, you will also grow in the 3D way, whatever that means for you. Growing a business, growing your home. But I can definitely see that you learning the ways of the world kind of hurt you. And I'm receiving something now. Interesting. So because before your crown was blocked, you were receiving a lot of information, a lot of channeling, and just your whole ideas and outlook of life was very different from the people around you. And because of that, they didn't understand you, and it was very hard for you to be a part of society because you were just so different. And that kind of forced you to block your crown in a way. That kind of forced your crown to shut down because in a way you didn't want to receive all of this information. You didn't want to think all of these things because it made you different. It made everyone else not like you. It made everyone else think that you're weird. But now it's the time to start opening up to that again. I can definitely feel that for you. Start opening up that crown, allowing more of that light and love in, allowing more of that information, whatever it is that you're being given. You were given it for a reason, and you kind of, weren't allowing it in because you were scared. But now I can see that it's your time to open that up again. Let's see how we can try to open it up. We have the sacred union. Beloved within inner and outer relationships. Wow, that is very interesting. So, coming out in this particular reading. So, looking at your inner relationship with yourself and looking at your relationship with others. We sometimes might think that it's just because of what our thoughts are and our interests are that others don't like us. And sometimes that is the case. But sometimes it is also the way that we're presenting them. If you're presenting it in a slightly either arrogant or uninterested or sometimes even boring, some kind of more negative way, people will not take to it very well. While maybe you've seen there's people out there who are very confident and share their ideas that might be crazy, but other people don't bat an eye. They're like, yeah, okay, that's just that person, that's just how they are. Or they even accept it and they're like, oh, that's a great idea. And you're thinking, why doesn't that work for me? And it's because there's something there that you need to deal with on a personal level. The way that you treat yourself. How are you treating yourself? If you're not receiving the acknowledgement, the respect of others, that must mean that you are actually not respecting and acknowledging yourself. And it doesn't matter it does matter where it comes from, but in this situation, it feels like I'm being told to tell you it doesn't matter where it comes from. It matters that it exists, and it matters that it's affecting you right now. So you need to work with that. See how other people are reacting to you, how other people talk to you, what do you like about it, what do you not like about it, and see if that is how you're actually treating yourself as well. If other people don't love you, do you love yourself enough, or at all? But I feel like there will be more later on about this card. So let's take out some of the others. We have here, longing for home and homesick for the stars. Again, that crown, we're blocking it off because we are missing what we know exists, because we feel it. We receive the information, we receive the energy, we know that that exists. Deep down we know, and we yearn for it. We yearn for this thing that we don't have. So of course it would be easier to block off the pathway for that energy than to come to terms with things or work with it in some kind of way. So the more you unblock your crown, the more you might even start feeling more nostalgic and more like, I don't want to be here on earth, like it sucks. I just want to go somewhere where it's peaceful and nice. I know that place exists. I've been there. I've lived there. I know it in my bones, in my energy, yeah, in my soul. But that is just a natural part of your journey. Again, this is all a natural part of your journey and your growth towards becoming who you came here to become, like a more full version of yourself. And the homesickness will be there for a while, but it will not stay for too long, especially if you work on whatever it is here with duality that you have to work on. We also have star ancestors. Lost secrets, lost wisdom. It's hidden secrets. Look a little deeper. Looking deeper within yourself. Looking deeper within your childhood. What were you interested in when you were a child? Were you interested in ancient mythology or history? There's a reason. There's knowledge there for you. There's a lot there for you. And I think the more you research, the more you find things out, the more you put yourself out there, but not out there, but put yourself into the research or even the place. Some of you might feel like you want to travel to particular places to actually connect with this. That the more you will unblock your crown. Because for you, it's a balancing game with your crown. Sometimes it can be fully blocked, but sometimes it can be like too open. And then you're taking in too much. So you need to be careful. You need to be very aware of how much energy you're receiving at every single point. Because if you're too open, well, things might start going crazy a little bit in your head. But also you feel very ungrounded, and you'll probably experience more of that homesickness. We also have the law of grace. Be your divine essence and dissolve all in grace. We have the 2 unicorns here, dissolving things. So this again is making me think of the 6 of Pentacles. You came here to balance something out, to put something, to clear some kind of karma. Definitely some kind of karma. You're here to clear it. You've cleared some and you're still clearing. But by blocking your crown, you've made it harder for yourself to clear things. And maybe trying to work with some of these things from the past, even if you don't know exactly what they were, trying to get into meditations, working somehow with past trauma or karma to clear it, I feel that that will start unblocking you and allowing you to connect even more. Because part of why you're not being even allowed to connect more is because it will be too much. Too much, like I said, too much homesickness will lead to you not wanting to be here, and that's not what we're aiming for. We want you to be here, to be happy here, to understand what you're here to do, and to do what you came here to do with a smile on your face and with confidence. We also have the Soul Flame card. Again, something about like a twin flame, a soul flame, sacred union. Yes, this could be talking about a particular person that you might have a soulmate or a twin flame out there that you literally need to clear your baggage with, clear the karma with. But it also might be you yourself, finding that other part of you. Again, going on this new journey where you're learning more and more about spirituality. You're becoming more spiritual. So you're connecting more with yourself, with the other versions of you, with the you that's an alien from the Pleiades, with the you that's also an alien from Andromeda, the you that's an alien from, I don't know, Mars, and also the higher self, your higher self, and maybe even connecting to Source as a version of you as well. All of these are versions of you. Every single human is a version of you. You are a version of me. I am a version of you. And, once we realize that, we'll kind of stop looking for twin flames and soulmates. Because we're all, in the end, soulmates, aren't we? We all come from the same thing. From the same mother, let's say. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Again, that rediscovering that part, and experience relationship harmony and healing. So if some of you felt a lot of there was a lot of turbulence in your relationships, that is partly due to these issues here. Not exactly because of your crown was blocked, but all of this. It's like a way to get you to find this, and a way to get you to go to the next level or to the next chapter. Very interesting. Let's see, these are the last cards I have for you. The Three of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Four of Pentacles. You have been hurt before. You've been hurt, as all of us have. In this life, in other lives. But don't let that keep you from experiencing more. Don't hide yourself away when you can relish in love. But still, if you need time, you have time. If you need time to heal, to see all of these things that hurt you now and in the past, if you need time to recuperate, to start seeing the world differently, give yourself that time. Don't rush things. Don't rush unblocking this chakra. Don't rush learning. Don't rush becoming whatever you want to become. Because if you rush it, you're not the thing that you want to become, or that you're supposed to become. You're something else because you rushed it. So sometimes it might be better to keep to yourself for a little bit, to see what you can uncover within you. All of the information that you have, all of these emotions that you have are related to memories. Memories, and there's a lot about past lives here, not just on other planets, on Earth as well. So your memories from the past lives, look at them. where are these emotions coming from? Are they from your current life? Or are they coming from a past life? And do you really have to carry them around still? You don't need to carry around all of these things, do you? None of us do. That is my advice to you. Group number 4. And that is the reading. I hope it helped in some kind of way. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. If you're interested in the personal reading details of how you can contact me are down below in the description. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing, beautiful day. Bye.